Edwin has been told that his father has no more than 2 years to live and has assumed control of the family business.
Well, it can't be left. I mean, it just can't be. No. It's no good. I've got to sort it out. Business is business, after all.
Right. Now. How can I help you?
It's about the house.
Oh, of course. You say about the house.
Yes. I was going through Father's papers, and there seemed to be 1 or 2 things that were outstanding.
Surely not. Everything's been settled there.
Well, yes and no. I mean, the thing is, you see, there are just 1 or 2 things I don't understand.
Oh.
I'm quite sure it's... here's an account of yours, for instance, that doesn't seem to have been paid at all. It's not receipted or anything.
Oh. May I look?
As you can see, it's for additional materials and dated the 8th of the 2nd, 1881.
Mm-hmm. Decorative bricks for front porch. Oh, yes. It's funny how things come back, isn't it?
Father doesn't seem to have paid it, you see.
No, you're quite right, Edwin. He doesn't, does he? Still, hardly a very large amount. I don't think we'll press you for that.
Well, I would rather get everything sorted out.
Oh, well, as you wish, Edwin. But you've got a tighter mind than I have. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yes, it's the same matter, really, I suppose. There's another bill here, dated earlier, this one is, the 4th of the 5th, 1880, this
Oh,
is.
don't tell me that one hasn't been paid as well.
No, this one's been paid. The thing is, though, it's a composite bill, you see. I think you'll notice, if you look down the list of items, that, well, that's how it seems to me, that the materials quoted on that other bill might already have been included here.
Decorative bricks for front porch.
What I wondered was if they're separate orders.
Oh, no, don't need that number of bricks to decorate a porch. 1 of these quantities would be quite enough. Oh, well, that's it then. That's why the bill hasn't been paid. I must have put in a second amount by mistake. And your father, quite rightly, ignored it.
But the amounts of money are different. You see, the second is £6 more than the first.
Ah, do seem to be different, don't they?
And the quantity of bricks quoted is different too.
Yes, I see. Oh, well, after all these years, it hardly matters, does it? I mean, you paid the lower figure. That's the important thing. We won't quibble over £1 or 2. Obviously, accountancy isn't my strength. Well, now, Edwin, tell me, why haven't you called to see us? Come and have some supper with us and help me bully my family into playing some music that I can understand. They've got such peculiar taste these days. With your help, I can strike a blow for good melody. That's what we need. You will come, won't you?
I should like to very much.
Good.
There's just, if I could trouble you a little longer, there are 1 or 2 other items I would rather clear up. I'm quite positive it's a similar matter, just a slip that occurred in preparing accounts. But some of the figures, you see, they don't seem to... I wonder if you could have a glance at these.
You'll have me thinking I should be in jail.
Here's your morning tea, Mr. Clayhanger.
Yeah.
Close the window, will you?
Yes, sir. Can I go now, sir?
What's she doing?
Stairs? Can I go, sir?
Have you lost your senses or what have you done? No, but an animal, that's what you are. What do you think you're doing, frightening a girl like that?
All right, Mrs. Nixon, that'll do now. You take Jen into the kitchen. Give her a cup of tea. I'll take Father into the drawing room. You come along now, Father. Come and be comfortable. Just 1 minute. There's something I must arrange. When you settle Jane down, you best step round to Dr. and ask if he'd call. Here we are then, Father. Be comfortable. Are you all right now?
Huh?
That was very wrong of you, you know.
That's what she said his vicar was coming to talk about them mushrooms.
Oh, good Lord, was it worth it? I like him too much. And who's to say it wasn't carelessness?
Well, there we are then.
Thank you, and I'm sorry.
Oh, but heavens no, I'm very grateful to you for straightening me out. Well, now then, Edwin, what are you doing to celebrate our Queen's glorious Jubilee?
Oh, not very much, I shouldn't think.
Oh, come, you must. I get enough of this skepticism from my own family. I can't have you joining in as well. Mrs. Orgreave and I are going to London, you know.
Yes, Sir Johnny told me.
Why didn't you come along as well?
Me?
Yes. Why not? I'm not taking the others because, as I told them, I want a rest from them. But Mrs. Orgreave would love to have you along. And so would I. So why not?
Oh. Well, I couldn't possibly, no.
Now tell me why not.
Well, I couldn't spare the time.
Well, of course you could. It's a public holiday, so you can't do any work. We're going up on the Monday afternoon, spending the whole of Jubilee Day in London, coming back first thing the following morning. You'll miss, what, 2 days' work, that's all. Never be anything like it again, you know. Unique. Quite unique. Be such a display as there's never been. Full majesty of this nation of ours, embodied in that one frail old lady. You'll see. Something to tell your grandchildren about. No shilly-shelling now, Edwin. Make a decision. You've got to come.
I've never been to London.
Good heavens. Well, all the more reason, then. What better occasion than this? You don't want to be stuck here in Bursley when the world and his wife are somewhere else, now, do you?
Well, oh, no.
We owe it to you to force you to come. After all the bother I've caused you today.
Luke, Can I think about it and let you know?
Well, let us know tonight.
Yes, tonight.
I shall tell my wife you're coming. So there.
Why shouldn't I go? Why shouldn't I? I should have been to London long before now. I've earned it, haven't I? I've been working hard. I haven't even taken a rise in salary yet. I bet we're making a good profit. I bet we are. I could look out for somewhere to buy paper, too. I can't handle those fellows in Manchester. And after this morning, well, if he wants to make it up, it's the least I can do. I shall go. And charge it to the business, too. I shall go and enjoy myself. That's what I shall do.
Yes, I find Bryce's horses produce the best spawn. I used to deal with Povies, and I can see no reason why there should be any difference at all, unless Bryce gives his horses richer feed. But there's no doubt the crop wasn't nearly as strong. Bryce charges me a few pence more, but one doesn't begrudge the money one spends if the crop one gets shows the benefit. The ancients thought they grew by magic, you know. The only plant they knew with no visible means of propagation. A gastronomic gift from the gods. Well, we know better now. But I often think Christ must be jolly proud of the mushroom. Quite a miracle in their own little way. Ah, Miss Clayhanger, we've been on our two favourite subjects again, mushrooms and God. Pleasure and business for me, you might say, though I shouldn't like to particularize as to which was which. Oh, I hope I haven't tired your father out.
Oh, no, I'm sure not. He looks forward to your visits. He's just feeling a little off colour today. Aren't you, Father? Your brother called to see him this morning.
He's a very good doctor, though I say so myself. Well, I must be off. I've arrangements to make for our Jubilee Thanksgiving. I suppose you Wesleyans will be having a special service, too?
Oh, yes, we are.
It'll be a wonderful day for Her Majesty.
God bless her.
God bless her, indeed. Do you know, in London, I believe there's hardly a hotel room left. Well, then, Mr. Clayhanger, I'll call in again soon to see how you're getting on. And don't forget those mushrooms I gave Mrs. Nixon. Eat them while they're fresh.
I'll see you out, Mr. Heath.
Thank you so much. Well,
Thank you so much for calling, Mr. Heath.
always a pleasure, Miss Clayhanger.
Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Heath.
Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Clayhanger. I just dropped in to see how your father was.
Oh, that's very good of you.
Not at all, not at all. I always enjoy Mr. Clayhanger's company. Still, I must be away. He'll give me a black mark if I don't get on. Goodbye, Miss Clayhanger. Mr. Clayhanger. God bless you both.
Mr.
Bye,
Heath.
Mr. Heath.
I sometimes wonder whether Christ was with him at Cambridge.
Hagrid,
Well, they're frightfully chummy together, aren't they?
that's an awful thing to say about a very good man.
Now, look here. Surely she isn't thinking of the vicar. Surely Maggie isn't... After all these... Women are queer.
I was only making a joke, you know. I think it's awfully decent of him to take the trouble to call.
I think it is too.
Oh, yes. I'll say, Mag, Mr. Orgreave wants me to go to London with him and Mrs. Orgreave to see the Jubilee. I've a good mind to take him up on it. I've never been to London. What do you think?
Oh, yes. Of course you should go. Wasn't the doctor saying you should get away? It'll do you all the good in the world.
What about you?
I shall be all right. Clearer and Albert will come for Jubilee, eh? But haven't you driven it late? Mr. Eve was saying only just now that all the hotels were crammed.
Oh, you know what Orgreave is. I expect he'll look after all that.
Oh, yes. You must go.
Won't upset him.
He'll be out if he does.
Been all right today, is he?
No.
What's the matter?
Ooh, a bit of an outburst. You know what he is. As Dr. Eve said, it's not Father's fault. It's all part of the illness. He can't help himself.
But it wasn't serious.
Oh, no. I shouldn't think so.
You're being mighty mysterious about it.
Don't be foolish. Oh, yes, I'm not. I told you. He had an outburst, that's all. You go to London, that's what you must do.
You really think so?
Yes, I do.
Well, I'll be dashed if I don't. What about my colours?
I'll see they're clean.
I'll just pop upstairs and start sorting out my things.
Don't be long about it. Tea's ready, you know.
Good evening, Father. How are you feeling today? You know the lease is nearly up, Father. We must give notice of renewal at the end of the month. I've been thinking I'll have it made out in my own name. Save you signing and so on.
No, no, Father. Not like that.
You've got your knife in the wrong hand. See? Like this. No, leave go. Leave go? Well, how can I show you if you don't leave go? Like this, you see. No, Father.
Shall I cut it for you, Father? There you are. I'll keep the knife, then you can't get mixed up. Not really.
How young Maggie seemed then. Isn't it peculiar? And here she is, stuck in this house all the time. Is she really thinking of the vicar?
Oh, good evening, Mr. Clayhanger.
Good evening, Miss Orgrave. Tennis has really caught on, I see.
Oh, yeah, it's quite the craze just now. Alicia's playing with Harry Hesketh. No. Harry is the champion here.
Ah. I wish you'd tell your father I shan't be able to go to London.
Oh, but he's told all of us you are going.
Shan't you go?
No. Wouldn't do for me to go.
What a pity. I'm afraid there won't be too much to see here.
No, I shouldn't think so. Well, good night, Miss Orgrave.
Good night, Mr. Clayhanger.
Thank God she's got a fine day for it. 50 years she's been our queen. And I thank God as he's blessed her with a fine day. 10,000 people will be in the Abbey today. And more crowds in London than was ever seen. Oh, she's a good one. Oh, she is. Yeah, her grandsons and her grandsons-in-law, her sons-in-law, as well as her sons, will ride on horseback beside her carriage when she leaves the grand entrance of Buckingham Palace at 11:15 o'clock today. Never was one like her. No. Never will be one like her again. God bless your Majesty. God bless you.
I'm just going for a stroll.
Never be one like her again.
Can't be so. It can't be. I've got everything so much better organised than him. Of course, I've got more labour costs. Still. But perhaps if I allow for... I just don't understand it at all. How could he make more profit than me? There's not very much in it, but all the same. Oh.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Edwin.
Hello there, James.
Seeing the door open, sir, I just stepped in to see if it was no one unlawful.
Did I leave the door open?
Well, it was open, sir.
I just came in to do a bit of work.
Ah, well then I'll not disturb you, sir. I was just strolling on up to see the ox.
Oh, they're cooking it.
Well, he should be by now, sir. My only fear is it may have turned by now. Rare and hot it is outside. Good for Her Majesty, but not for mate. Even so, I should not care to miss the sight once in a lifetime, as you might say. Good day to you, sir.
Good day, James. Look, I'll come with you, James. It is Jubilee after all.
It's a grand sight. A grand sight. Real old English. I wish Her Majesty well. As appeared, sir. Most of it's turned. I don't think they'll only be fit for eating tonight. Yeah. All the old people say it was them that was the feast of it, you know. But, turned or not, it's a grand sight.
I've never seen anything so obscene. I swear I'll never touch beef again. Dead. Dead, dead, dead. The old blasted town. And Clara and Albert and Auntie Amps will all be back at home for tea. And after 8 more hours of today, I wouldn't mind betting I'm still alive.
A traveller by the faithful hound, half buried in the snow was found, still grasping in his hand of ice that banner with the strange device, that banner with a strange device. Excelsior, Excelsior. There in the twilight cold and gray, life lasts but beautiful delay. And from the sky, severe and far, a voice fell like a falling star. Excelsior, Excelsior, Excelsior,
Now then, Father, that won't do. You know you asked for it.
Again.
The shades of night were falling fast, as through an elfin village vast, a youth who wore his toys,
Oh, Edwin, dear. What a wonderful day for the Jubilee it is. Oh, I thank God for giving us such a day. Have you been in the town?
Yes, Santi, I have.
Afraid the ox has turned.
Oh, how dreadful for them. And all those poor old people expecting a feast. Still, I dare say some of it will be fit to eat. Oh, your dear father is that moved by it all. I'm sure if Her Majesty knew what a loyal and devoted man he was, it would laugh.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Miss Ogilvy.
I'm so sorry. I thought Maggie would be here. I saw her in the garden a little while ago, so I came round and in through your garden gate.
She's in the house. Do you want her?
Oh, I only wanted to tell her something.
Oh. Shall I fetch her?
Oh, not if she's busy. Well, it isn't a secret. Alicia's engaged.
Well, I never.
Can you imagine it? I can't. It seems only last week that she left school. Yes.
And may one ask, who is the fortunate young gentleman?
It's Harry Hesketh from Oldcastle.
The tennis man?
Yes, of course you're not surprised, are you?
I'm not what you call staggered. I'm keeping me nerve.
He actually asked Father before they went to London, and Father made them promise to keep it a secret until today, Jubilee Day. Isn't he an old romantic? Harry just came out and kissed me and told me. I felt I must tell someone. Well, I must go. You'll tell your sister.
Yes, of course.
Won't you come in and play tennis after tea?
Who, me?
I should so like a game.
Well,
I'll tell the others to expect you.
Well.
I wonder she doesn't get married herself.
You're a nice one to say such a thing.
Why?
Well, you are.
Why?
Well, you aren't a ninny and you aren't a simpleton. At least I hope not. But you must know more than anyone the name of the young gentleman she's waiting for.
What nonsense.
Yeah. Don't talk like that, or else you'll go down in my good opinion. You don't mean to tell me honestly that you don't know what's been the talk of the town for years and years?
It's ridiculous. Why, what do you know about it? You don't even know the Orgreaves.
Well, I know that anyway.
Oh, stuff.
Oh, because you're so difficult to talk to.
Difficult to talk to, me?
Otherwise, your auntie might have given you an hint long ago. I believe you are a simpleton after all. Oh, I don't know what's come over you people these days. Letting a girl like that wait and wait. Oh, look how splendid it would be. The very thing. Everybody would be delighted. Well, I must go and see your father. You can't go on philandering forever, you know. She'll never see 30 again. Why do you think she asked you to go and play tennis? Well, can you tell me that?
I think perhaps you'll do better if you stand a little farther back. Now, play. Double fault. That's twice I've done that, oh dear. Now you go to the other side of the court.
Oh, yes. Well, look at her. She's a wonderful girl. She's the perfect girl.
That's a fault.
And how much I like her, I really do. Supposing her father was being a little sharp, I'd have kept quiet about it rather than upset her.
I don't know what's the matter with me.
Shall I send them back across?
Thank you.
If she ain't waiting for me, then she's waiting for someone. And why not for me as well as anyone else? Why shouldn't I be happy? Why shouldn't I be? That other thing's quite over and gone. I hadn't heard the name Hilda since I don't know when. And I used to think of Janet as being on a throne. Life could be wonderful with a girl like her. Life could be quite another thing.
Were you ready for that?
Oh, yes, I just missed it, that's all.
That's 1540 then.
Yes. She'd call me husband. She'd live in my house. She'd be tender. She'd be beautiful. She'd be brilliant. She'd be mine. I know I could be myself with her. I could be myself as I want to be, with no fear of ridicule from anyone. And there she is, waiting. Why shouldn't I?
Your game. That's 4 double faults I've served. I can't play. I really don't think I can. There's something the matter with me. Or else the net's too high. Those boys will keep tightening it up.
Luke, if you don't want to play, let's sit down and rest.
I suppose it's Alicia's engagement that's put me off my game. These things do upset you. You don't know why. It isn't as if Alicia was the first, of us girls that was marrying. Of course, that was a long time ago and I was only a kid.
Yes. How friendly we are. But that's it, isn't it? That's what we are. She's Janet, and she's perfect, and... But that day in the shop with Hilda Lessways, can't I ever get her out of my bones?
It is warm, isn't it?
Yes.
Wonder how the parents are getting on in London.
I wouldn't mind betting they're enjoying themselves.
Dare say they are. Still, they won't see a roasting ox at stand.
No, I dare say not. It's no use, is it? It was only a dream. I should have to carry on forever just as I am, incomplete and sterile. There's no way out. Anyway, I'm sure Auntie Amps was wrong. She's just imagining things, that's all.
You said that before. Why won't it be a good thing? And what's it got to do with you?
Well, you keep falling up and down the cellar steps. You know how dark they are. Supposing you hurt yourself.
You'd be only too glad if I killed myself.
And it seems they want a lot of attention, mushrooms do. You'd never be able to do it.
Jane could help me.
Oh, no, she couldn't.
I say she could. Her does nothing. What does Mrs. Nixon do? What do you do? 3 strapping women in the house and doing nought. I say she shall. Who's master here? Is it me or is it the cat? Do you think as I can't turn you all out of it, neck and crop? You and Edwin and the lot of you. And tonight, too. Give me some money, now. And quicker than that, I've got nought but sovereigns and notes. I'll go down and get the spawn myself, and I'll order the earth and all. I'll make it my business to show my children, but I mun have some cash for my cafes.
It's Jubilee Day, Father. Everything's closed.
That's Jubilee Day.
And anyway, I'm sure Edwin won't like it.
Edwin? Oh, has told Edwin.
No, I haven't. Edwin's got quite enough on his hands without any other worries.
Bugger you all! You blasted, itching, seeping scabbies. You're fit for nothing but devil's dirt. You blasted perversions, both of you. You filthy, festering perversions. You're nobbut scraps of mucky scab. And you stuck-up prissy piece. I know what's underneath your starch. You're nobbut being a dried-up whore. You'd have your skirt up as soon as scratch. You'd roll with tinker for twopenny piece. You blasted, stinking, sweating whore.
Enough of this.
Oh, so you come in, have you? You blasted, crawling lump of filth. I'll leather you.
I said enough!
I'm gonna have that spawn, and I'm gonna have some change. Give me some money
You'll
now.
have no money, and you'll grow no mushrooms. And let that be understood once and for all. You've got to behave in this house.
I tell you,
Are you here? I said, didn't I? I said, when you're old and I've got you and you can't help yourself. I said...
He can't help it.
Of course he can't help it, but there must be a limit. He's got to be kept in order, you know, even if he is an invalid.
Yes, of course.
But evidently there's only one way of doing it. How long has he been on this mushroom tack?
Oh, not long.
Well, you ought to have told me.
He did mention them t'other day, before the vicar came round.
I'd hardly have guessed he wanted to grow him himself. He'd break his neck in the cellar before he knew where he was.
Yes, he would.
Jubilee Day. I can still smell that ox.
Did I tell you that they'd asked me to join the felons?
No, you didn't.
Oh, yes. Bursley Society with the prosecution of felons. I wonder if anyone can remember when was the last time they prosecuted one. Still, it's a wonderful dining club, the Felons is. Best annual dinner in 5 towns. Best spread, best speeches, best everything. They say you wouldn't believe how witty some of the speakers are. It's brilliant stuff, brilliant. And you can't even get in unless you remember. Or a reporter on signal, of course. Are you warm enough, Dad? You keep that shawl tight round you. These March winds blow through solid walls. Yes, I was quite pleased when they asked me to join. You know, you ought to be a felon, Edwin. You ought to get it fixed up before the next feed.
Oh, I don't think it's for me. I'm not that sort, really.
Oh, don't be silly. Of course you are.
I don't know why the heck they've asked Albert to join. They've never asked me.
You're a felon, aren't you, Dad?
Oh, yes, Father's a felon. Has been ever since I could remember.
Did you ever speak there? All right, don't be alarmed, Dad. Accidents will happen. It's nothing at all. I was asking you, did you ever speak there? Make a speech?
Yes.
Oh, did you now? Have a cigarette. It'll cheer you up. He's very tired, seemingly.
Yes. Father? Would you like to go to bed? Come on, then. Come along. You're very tired. You're better off in bed. Come along.
Let me help you. Ooh.
This way now.
Ah, this way, Dad. Now, you rest on us. You let us give you a hand, old chap. Across the hall now. That's the ticket. We can't go 3 abreast upstairs.
I'll be you up from below.
Try not to drag back too much, Dad. We'll get you up there.
Come along now. Lift his feet, lift his feet.
One more step, Dad. Now lift your feet up. That's it. And the next. No, don't stop now, Dad. You know you're better off in bed. Look, you see, you're nearly halfway up there. Let's try another one. That's it. On we go.
Lift his feet.
Yeah. Keep. There. Now, only 2 more steps and you're at the top.
No, don't stop now, Father.
Only 2 more steps, Dad, and you'll be all right. Won't he budge?
We'll have to lift him.
What do you think we can?
We'll have to try. You ready now? And heave. Heave. Heave.
Ah, there you are. You see now, look, the worst part's over with now.
And just get him down the step. Oh! I light the gas.
Father going to bed?
Yes! We've just been getting him up.
Ah, that's right. I thought he was looking very tired tonight.
He gave us a doing.
He does it on purpose, you know. I'll just get him to bed and I'll be down.
Good night.
It's just your tie, Father. I always take your tie off first. You know our routine. Come on.
I'll never go down them stairs again.
Oh, nonsense. Now, let's be having that jacket off, eh?
I suppose between you, you do most things for him now.
Oh, I can't say he's any trouble at all.
Clara would have come round tonight to cheer him up if it hadn't been for the baby's cough.
Well, she's a mother. She must put her children first.
Oh, aye.
There's a lot of people off colour just now. Mrs. Nixon's not too well, I'm afraid. And Auntie Hamps is suffering with her rheumatism.
It's the time of year for it.
Oh, yes, it is.
He's not losing weight, I can tell you that.
Is he all right?
I think so. I think he'll get off now.
I was just telling Maggie what a time we had with him. He didn't seem to want to go up at all.
No.
Has the vicar been round to see him lately?
No, he hasn't been round for a while. I expect he's been busy. Who is it?
It's me, miss.
What's the matter, Jane?
It's the master, miss. He's been ringing and ringing. I thought as I should wake you.
I'll come. Right away. You go to bed.
Yes, miss.
Clara! Clara! Come to me, Clara! Clara! Clara!
Father, what is it? What's the matter now?
Where's Clara?
Clara's at home with the children, you know that.
Don't leave me alone. I can't do with being alone.
I won't leave you alone, Father.
Don't leave me alone.
I'm not going to.
There was nobody here. I just don't want to be left alone.
I'm with you, Father. You're not alone now. I'll stay here all night. I promise I shall. You know I'm always here to look after you.